Okay, I just did a video about when you are basically born and raised in a dysfunctional narcissistic family, and you were taught to be seen and not heard, and you weren't able to develop your own opinions, you weren't allowed to have your own opinions, and so on and so forth. Okay, and I also mentioned, that once you are in a position where you can find your own voice, you can use your own voice, it might be difficult the way you say things, or it might be awkward, like me as an example. And, just finding your voice, just finding your own opinions, just being able to think independently, not have that mantra mentality. I said all this in that video. Okay, and then some. But what about once you do find your own voice and you use your own voice, and I mean your own opinions, your own thoughts, the way you see it, you might debate with somebody, say, I don't agree with you. When you start doing all that, there might be somebody who's going to get really ticked off. And it might be more than one person. Anyway, I just had a situation where somebody thought they had the right of way and they didn't, and they ran right out in front of me. Yeah. And then that's, for some reason, my mind is connecting it to this whole story about how just some people, they make these assumptions that they have the rights to tell you, how you, in this situation, how you must think, how you must feel. And you just have to deal with it. That's how they see it. You just have to mind them. I'm talking when you're an adult. When you are an adult and somebody tells you, you have to mind them. You have to see things the way they see it, and the way they tell you to think, the way they tell you to see it, the way they tell you to feel it. Anything. Some people do believe that they have that right. And especially if they're like the parent that was telling you that you must be seen and not heard, and whatever. They might not say it straight out. They might have, in the past. They still feel like that. They still feel, or a sibling, if you suddenly, or not so suddenly, you just become, more using your voice more and disagreeing with them. Oh, no. That's not how it's supposed to be. Yeah. Okay, of course, that's how it's supposed to be to them. It's not how it's supposed to be at all. Okay, and these are just my opinions. Read the disclaimer below this video on YouTube. And remember, these people can be dangerous. So if you suddenly find your voice, some of them can be dangerous because they do not think that you should be able to speak your voice. You can't stand your ground. You can't speak your voice. You can't do anything but mind them. That's a sad situation. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this one up. I'll talk more about it in another video.